the Socialists and Democrats, Proinsias de Rossa.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. First of all, I want to thank the Council and the Commission for their statements today, and I want to thank the ALDE Group and the Green and GUI groups for their support in having this matter on today's agenda. The new social clauses do not relate solely to services of general interest, as implied by the EPP intervention earlier this afternoon. And as regards social services of general interest, we need to come to conclusions on these matter, which has been heavily debated over many years, rather than rehashing old arguments. As a rapporteur on the future of social services of general interest, I look forward to working with all of the groups which recognise the need for a strong social market economy, and I hope to bring forward concrete proposals to resolve the dilemmas faced by providers of SSGI. As you are no doubt aware, Europe's citizens have high hopes regarding the development of a more coherent and dynamic social dimension to European policies and legislation following the adoption of the Lisbon Treaty. Indeed, one of the most important debates in Ireland during the referendums on Lisbon were the new social clauses, including Article 3, Article 9, Article 14 and the social protocol, and indeed many others also in relation to disability and equality. It is always important that we live up to citizens' expectations. It is doubly important at this time of economic and social crisis for many millions of our citizens who have already lost, and many more will lose, their jobs, their homes, their savings, their pensions, their public health services and indeed educational opportunities for their children arising from the crisis and from the remedies being applied. It would be deeply destabilising for the European Union if the College of Commissioners and the European Council were to take the view that these new treaty articles change nothing and continue treating social objectives as secondary to market objectives. If we fail in our responsibilities, there are waiting in the wings extreme, xenophobic and intolerant political parties willing to capitalise on the anger and the discontent that is out there. My specific request to the Commission today and to the Council is to accept that we need a dynamic process for making progress with regard to services of general interest, particularly social services of general interest. I regret the statement today by the Commissioner. I hope over the next few months to persuade him that he is wrong, that we do need a dynamic process, that we do need a high-level task force which include not only himself and other DGs, but members of civil society, the trade unions, the Council and the Committee of the Regions. We need a mechanism which will drive the change which everybody recognises. And I have to say, Commissioner, that I have heard you saying it, I have heard Commissioner Barroso saying it, that the stakeholders would apparently tell you that there is no real problem. The stakeholders are not telling me that. I have met dozens of them in the past 6 months. They are telling me there are administrative problems and there are legal problems, and they need to be addressed urgently. And they are not going to be addressed urgently, I am afraid, on the basis of what you and the Council said here today. I hope, as I say, I can change your mind over the next few months. But there is an urgent need for a mechanism, a high-level mechanism, which will include the stakeholders and ensure that the decisions that need to be made are made and followed through. I think most importantly that the Parliament will be involved in that process. I think we have to bear in mind that we must address the concerns and demonstrate that Europe is serious about creating a social market economy and not a single market on its own. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear colleague. And now, in the name of the Liberals and Democrats, I give the floor to Mrs. Marianne Harkin for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have here a well-worn